Who remember when Sizzler said money is the order of the day? Some people choosing them wealth, you know? But in them heart, Sizzler have a song where I say holding firm, you know? Every man deserve to work. But in this song, Sizzler have a song where I say choosing money, choosing your wealth, but that won't help because money is the order of the day. I never get the full lyrics of the song, but that song that just dropping on my meditation. I said that to say this. I'm looking on social media, which part the lot of the JLP vlogger them. They call themselves the labor right vloggers, right? Because what's proven is that the Jamaica Labour Party has got a lot of people doing them dirty work for them, right? And I would say to all of the JLP vloggers them, the one them where I go up and shoot and call it lie, the one them out there, I look pan injustice and I try profit or fight, you know, because we know survival. As Sizzler said, choosing your wealth, you know, and we know say, you know have to survive. But you see, sometimes you know have to just have principle. Because it don't make no sense you go out there on people video where I try to get the truth to the people. Because at the end of the day, we are all in this together. Here, we are all in, every Jamaican, every black man. We are all in this together. And if you can't walk away from $5,000, if you can't walk away from $10,000, sometimes you don't have to put in no dignity. Sometimes you don't have to have no pride. Here, blessed love. Because I think I was on Facebook, right? And I see the guy we claim say him beat people with the pan them, you know, like him pull up a celebrity and beat them with the pan, right? And I see a lot of people I say PJ Patterson sell the land, right? And one check. If you are checking for the information truthfully, there is nothing out there to say that PJ sell the land. All right? There's not one credible evidence to say PJ Patterson sell the land. All right? But at the end of the day, whether PJ Patterson sell the land, it doesn't matter who sell the land. Because we have always known that PNP is corrupt. We have always known that labor right is corrupt. So let's not play who is more corrupt. Let's see the plight and the injustice of Cooper's pen. Let's try to have a bigger conversation. Let's have a conversation where the police come in 3 o'clock, remove the man them from the community, falsely imprisonment the man them from the community. Let's look on overreach. Let's have the conversation about abuse of power. Here, labor right vloggers, if you have any decency as a black person, if you have any decency as a Jamaican, okay, labor right vloggers, because we don't want to get down in the mud and have the mud slinging contest. Because let's talk about what is proven. What is proven is that the money that was supposed to use to get help to the people them from Hurricane Melissa has not been given to them. That money is there running a dark, shadowy campaign for the Jamaica Labour Party. We know that the Jamaica Labour Party have a lot of them mouthpiece and a lot of chatbot and a lot of vloggers doing the dirty work. We know that the Jamaica Labour Party has compromised a lot of people with a platform at Jamaica. So this is why you now go on nobody platform, because everybody love Babsy Grange. Babsy Grange is everybody entertainment. Me can't tell you how they get compromised, you know. Every one of them love anti-Babsy Grange. Every one of them worship Babsy Grange. Babsy Grange do the least for Jamaica music industry. Because if you ask me, Damian Crawford has done more for the entertainment industry in a 6 months than what Babsy Grange do over a lifetime. So let's not even get into that. But all I love Babsy Grange, and Babsy Grange are labor right. And if Babsy Grange, if you don't make labor right look bad, you don't make Babsy Grange look bad. And Babsy Grange are going to use our so-called power for her to know somewhere or somehow. Alright? So let's if you don't have nothing good for say about what go on down Chilani, if you can't look for one young black youth and see yourself, if you can't look for a black woman will have one 3-day-old baby and get a scissor section. If that can bring something to your heart, then stay out of the conversation. If you know, say you collect $3,000 and $5,000 and $4,000, if you come say PJ Patterson sell the land, because here is the truth. Here is the truth between God and man. Here is the truth. It no matter who sell the land. You hear? Here's the truth. Jamaica Labour Party vloggers. $2,000 vloggers. Sizzler say money is the order of the day. Choosing your wealth, but that won't help. Me telling you some a powerful youth before me come on live and the Sizzler they come in on my mind. Holding firm. Choosing your wealth. Money is the order of the day. Fit enough for honor. So uno dirty labor right. Where everyone uno go up on social media. Uno $2,000 labor right. $3,000 labor right. $5,000 labor right. You hear? Let me tell you this. It no matter who sell the land. It no matter who sell the land. Let me tell you this. And if there was any justice at Jamaica, the Prime Minister then resign. The Security Minister then resign. And the people that may come on, the police them, if you go terrorize the citizen, down a Cooper's pen, them would then resign. Me no hear no labor right out there say, Portia Simpson tried to purchase 9 acres of the land. Jamaica Passage State. Me no hear nobody out there. I say Portia Simpson tried to compulsory purchase 9 acre land out of 350 acre land. We no hear nobody I say how comes the Supreme Court of Jamaica could not look and said, you know what? Take the 9 acres but don't extend your border any more than that. So uno dirty labor right you collect $5,000 because uno rob up the whole of the relief money we're supposed to go to that is categorically proven and known and documented because the auditor general come out and say the money I get missing, the money now properly accounted for, the money now get signed for. So uno take the money and uno cut some backdoor deal. Nothing dog no want down there, my friend. Because you got some Jamaican who think say them better than them brothers and sisters where police don't mash up everything. Where the very police where we're supposed to protect and serve. Where is the protect and serving at that? So when you look on a young youth that say him lost everything. And if him go turn to crime, the same police them go analyze him. Money is the order of the day. You know that labor right. Money is the order of the day. You can't come out here. And you can't cherry pick for come tell who want to listen to your PJ sell the land. PNP never work for Jamaica. Labor right never work for Jamaica. Let me tell you that. Because the two of them corrupt. The two of them has always been corrupt. No better earring, no better barrel. So you see if you don't come out here and try to discredit and try to laugh and try to point finger and try to call your brothers and sisters land thief, keep your damn mouth shut. Do me a favor, no man. Take your $5,000 because clearly you can't live without $5,000. And you think say you have value, you have substance, your opinion count when your opinion merely lie upon $5,000. You hear? Your opinion no matter because your opinion carry a monetary value. So the more you come out there and I say a PJ sell the land, it does not care who sell the land. What matters is after you know what truly matters? Everybody has been compensated after slavery apart from the enslaved. That's the bigger conversation. Every generation, every leader, there is a defining moment. And now is a defining moment in Jamaica. And you can't want to contribute to a defining moment when your pride, your dignity carry a price tag. We don't establish that. Him can't even face the people them. The Prime Minister can't even face the people them. Think about that. Has the Prime Minister been down there yet? Answer me now. The Prime Minister should have resigned. Because if you can't face your people, you can't lead your people. He can't go because he's ashamed. Him supposed to resign. The police, the security chief supposed to resign. So, on the labor right, we are collect money. And feel so I do good. I want to sleep, I want to feel. You think say your opinion matter when a police go destroy your entire community? You feel say your opinion matter when you come talk about a PJ sell the land? And there is no historical record to show that the land ever been returned to the Jamaica government. This requires a level of competence, a level of intelligence. So spare me. So you little vlogger, you little $2,000 or $5,000 vlogger, because you're hungry, you're lazy, you don't want to work. A wise man say if you desire, but you don't want to work, you want to breed pestilence. You want to breed if you desired, but you don't want to work, you want to breed pestilence. So come on for poor people back, man. Take on the $5,000 and go on and go, man. Come on for poor people back. Your prime minister in a cherry garden. Your prime minister in a mansion. I want 3-day-old Jamaican black baby. Now know if he sleep. Then lick down the people in property and turn up with tent on the same property. And you come out here and say you are contribute. Money is the order of the day. Choosing your wealth, but that won't help. I choose no fan no listen. That's why the people them stop child lead, you know. You know your sizzler say money is the order of the day. You're choosing your wealth, but that won't help. Make it make sense. You want to tell me say alright, them say them want them land, the land no belongs to them. You tell me say them couldn't go refresh the people, them give them job some leaflet, call the people them and say you don't have to go. You come down there, use the police force, the same. I'm not tell you, Jamaica run under tyranny. And when you're not done, you look on the tyrannical government and convince yourself, say, a progress, a leadership. You know, say Jamaica police force that terrorize the citizens. Remember, me come here and tell them, say the police, them have to come out the other day and say them now collude with the government. And the Chief Justice have to come out and say, we are not a collection agency, because them collect so much money on the behalf of the Prime Minister of Jamaica, 4.3 billion last year, and the Prime Minister come back for 9.3 based on the increase with them suggested. Don't spare me, man. Don't spare me. See a tyranny. Right? What make you think them extrajudicial killing and them come out and hold it up? Crime is down. Diaspora, no come back. Investors come back. Crime is down. You don't want to know what mass gentrification look like. You don't want to know why them never sell poor people the 9 acre. Because black people are going to devalue them land. That is the true problem. If we give them the 9 acre, the 391 acre now no value. You don't spare me, man. You know $5,000 vlog. You can't come and check me. Someone say left the Prime Minister. He's not a Prime Minister, man. He's not a Prime Minister. He's an opportunist. He's an opportunist. Tell him say he's an opportunist. And he does not know when he has enough because he has no conscience. He has no conscience. He has no conscience. He has no awareness. So that's why I must seek 3 and 4 term. 9 acres. 9 acres Porsche want to buy. So maybe if they sell Porsche the 9 acres, them could have put things in place and say, don't go beyond this boundary. 350, up to 350 acre land. And if you check the history of the land and where the land have come from, the guy was selling land named Gilbert Byron Johnson. Chase it back. You can go back to 1867, somewhere around there. So. Because the very first time the land showed up on the register, Jamaica wasn't even using title. So, on a labor right, you want come spare me. Spare me. We are living in an informational age. It is there. And regardless of who sell the land or why them sell the land, you know why Mugabe dead in a shame? Because him try to take back land and give to black people. Free Jamaican out of slavery. Them can't swim, them can't walk, then I know where to live. I don't want to come. And who know fight for ticket for going to national stadium with them. Think about it now. Think about it. Answer me now, man. You know, say you can't use the beaches. You know, say you can't go certain way at night time. You know, say them come down to Jamaica and then buy up the land and then put on gate and put security out the door. You know, say, on the $5,000 vlogger, spare me. Spare me on a manufactured outrage. On a $5,000 vlogger. I don't can go up on my video, go comment. Come here and know the same thing. Me probably attack from a privilege. You don't know me there. Some of you just want to catch me. Some of you don't know me there. Pass blind. Wicked race of people, man. You know the injustice and the extraordinary injustice when it comes to compensation. Everybody being compensated for slavery. Everybody, right? So English after slavery, after slavery. So this is what after slavery. This is what happened in England. Let me show you what I go on. Let me show you what I go on. So after slavery, England said, all right, we're going to compensate the slave masters for the loss of property. All right? So England goes up and give the slave master them what equate to billions of dollars today. All right? So the enslavers lost an asset and them receive compensation. The enslaved person lost lifetimes of unpaid labor, energy from slavery, and receive nothing in compensation. So you can't run up and down out there and talk about a PNP sell the land. Then came the land problem. This is where emancipation and Cooper's pen begins to connect. Come here, one you. That's what I read from my notes, you know. See, let me read a little excerpt. So yes, we are going to show which part emancipation and Cooper's pen connect. After emancipation, many farmer slaves wanted something very basic. Their own piece of Jamaica. But the plantation owners have little initiative to sell land cheaply to the newly freed population. What if you don't understand what I go on? You see, our forefather never want a lot, you know. Up until today, I wonder if someone will labor right see. Up until today, poor people just want a little piece of land for living, you know. Can you not got no man to take 20 acres, you know? So let me read this again for you. This is where emancipation and Cooper's pen begins to connect. After emancipation, many farmer slaves wanted something very basic. They want their own piece of Jamaica. But the plantation owners had little initiative to sell land cheaply to the newly freed population. The free village movement emerged partly because free people needed communities independent of plantation owners. And it's still a go on. It's still a go on. So when them come say poor people are land thief, think about that. Then up until now, the Jamaican government now no blessed love, man. So when me attack, me now pay some of them no mind, you know. When some of them come in on my life, if they want to argue with me, come in and come down, come fight them, you know. Because I don't come to cuss nobody, you know. I don't come to cuss a soul. And when I post my video, I am not here to back and forth with nobody. So nobody waste no time and think say, me a one person. Because I don't want the money off a vlogger. I'm a child of the Most High. I'm not a vlogger. Because to be a vlogger, you probably have to pick a side. So you form your own community. So when you come in on my life and think say, you don't argue with me, you only exhaust on yourself. You only waste no time and the so-called energy we don't have. Because me just come to talk the truth and call it what it is. So we are showing you the connection between Cooper's pen in a 2016 and back then. After emancipation, the free slave don't want nothing much. And up until today, the people, most man of Jamaica just want a house spot. Most man, allow me to tell, you see nobody a capture. You see nobody a capture 20 and 30 acre land. No matter where the so-called capital land, everybody go there and just take a house spot. Because we still are trying to recover from the trauma of slavery, you know. We still, and this is why I said, let me read it for those who just a join. Then came the land problem. This is where Cooper's emancipation and Cooper's pen connect. After emancipation, many former slave wanted something very basic. You see nobody don't a Cooper's pen and make no unjust reward and just request. Answer me no. You ever see no Jamaican you ever see nobody make no unjust request? They want their own piece of Jamaica. Up until today, even myself want just a little piece of my homeland. Just a little piece of my homeland. And when you look at Jamaica, you can't walk in a road, you can't go to the beach, you can't go to the river. I think the other day I see poor people find one little place where they could have make up an attraction. And the dirty municipality, I think at the Spanish, so one of them, go lick down the people them thing. Everybody fi profit off of Jamaica, apart from Jamaican. Brother, you listen to me now. Can only tell you, you know. And if you come to the conclusion, top farmer must donate to help the people. We should. But we don't know because last time we try help our brothers and sisters of Jamaica, the money go missing. Because we still are here, so even at this darkest moment, the poor people them still get loot. So if you can connect to people directly, and you can find out how you can help them, because it's hard to help each other when we still, some people over here still are celebrate the demise of them brothers and sisters. Right? But we have to find a way to help them. Raise your voice, share them plight, keep the pressure upon the embarrassing government of Jamaica. Show brother, real rock. You understand where I come from? This is how me can help them. If things change me in the future, me have a clothing brand, and if it generate enough income, me can help, because we always want to help. Because me can't sleep since me see what they happen. Me cannot sit at peace. That's why me constantly over here. I try to shine a light, and I try to make the people them try to get the truth to the people. Because the Jamaica Labour Party, them are playing dirty politics. They are playing dirty politics. And they are out there trying to get as much people to show as little empathy. You understand me? So that's why them come and I call them land thief. And I tell them, say they get notice for left 20 years ago. And I come tell you, say, PNP sell the land. Them I do everything to dehumanize them. That's why I tell you, say, for the past 6 months to a year, Andrew Holness has been talking about land title, and nobody know fi take away your land. And do you understand what I'm saying? So they have been sowing the seeds and painting the picture as if Jamaicans are just thief, criminal. But if you just join me, then came the problem. So we talk about everybody being compensated for slavery apart from the enslaved. All right? So, when we look back, what did slavery did to black Jamaicans? Under slavery, enslaved Africans were not simply denied freedom. They were denied the ability to accumulate property and build an independent economy. The ability, the plantation system concentrate productive land in the hands of the relatively small land-owning elite, while the enslaved population supplied the labor that generate much of its wealth. All right? You can't go down and down. So that was what slavery does to black people. So that's why we don't have no generational wealth. Because when we live and the life when we married, we are switch part generational wealth. I come from 2 generations all the way up. All right? But as a black man, our forefathers, once them get them so-called freedom, them say, you're on your own. You must link with brother and sister suffering from the, all right. You understand where I come from? So, we look on who was compensated. So, we know that there is another part of the story that's extremely important when it comes to slavery was abolished in the British Empire. Slave owners received compensation for the loss of their enslaved property. The formerly enslaved people themselves received no equivalent compensation. So think about the historical imbalance. All right? So we look on the enslaved. The enslaver lost an asset, they receive compensation. All right? Follow me, no put on no mental running shoes and make we go. Because we see a lot of people come over here and want dehumanize our brothers and sisters. So we have to stand up on the battlefield and try shed a little bit of light. Because you see what they go on at Cooper's Pen, it's bigger than Cooper's Pen. We are looking at history. We've been forced to confront history. Let me say this again. We can't just look on Cooper's Pen as just a bunch of criminals, as the political mercenaries want us to do. The Jamaica Labour Party and them voters want you to see what's happening at Cooper's Pen as a bunch of rogue people who are go around and claim people land. But we have to put it in the historical context. Are you following me? If you don't follow me, say you follow me. I'm not there for the likes and the comment, you know. But I want to make sure you don't follow me. Because I feel like somebody have to shape it in the bigger context. Because as long as we make them show you, say, oh, them are criminal and them thief people and then get noticed. And do you understand? So the enslavers lost an asset and received compensation. The enslaved person lost a lifetime of unpaid labor and emerged from slavery, received nothing. That meant the people who already possessed the land and the capital were given assistance to preserve their economic position, while the people who had been exploited had to start from almost nothing. And the last black man we see stand up to this unjust system was Robert Mugabe. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace, because become a student, not a follower. Robert Mugabe, Zimbabwe had to make the first payment in 2015, I think, because they've been taken to court because it's only black people that unite. Because when Robert Mugabe take back the land from the captors by force or by will, them turn to their system that squeeze Mugabe and bankrupt Zimbabwe. And Zimbabweans turn on Mugabe before them stand 10 toes down. So we have a history of not educating ourselves. So this is why the Jamaica Labour voters them are come out on the social media. But you cannot come on my video because I not come with buffoonery. We are come and put things in the historical context. Big word. You know like the big word? You know hear me say me I do? Me I put things in the historical context. Because as long as you are look funny from 2016, when them get noticed, when the corrupt judicial system tell the people them say they can't get 9 acres out of 350 acres in a them country, you're going to be a part of them. But let's look at this. It said the enslaver lost an asset and received compensation. The enslaved person lost a lifetime of unpaid labor and emerged from slavery receiving nothing. That meant the people who already possessed the land and the capital were given assistance to preserve their economic position, while the people who had been exploited had to start from almost nothing. Now on the $3,000 labor right and $5,000 labor right and Mr. 4th term and 1 p.m. Put on the mental track shoes and run with me, because money of the day, seeking no wealth, that won't help you when me done with you today. We've been forced to confront what we call independence. God no make no mistake. 3 days after them full up National Stadium, we've been confronted. Are we truly independent? Then came the problem. This is where emancipation and Cooper's Pen begins to connect. Because if you are going to see it from a 2 months or 3 months, you now can't connect the dot. But after the emancipation, many former enslaved wanted something very basic. They want their own piece of land. But the plantation owners had little initiative to sell land cheaply to the newly freed population. Now, if Jamaica has ever had a damn good leader, if through Jamaica history, they had a leader who cared for the people, they would have taken the land from the damn slave masters and give it to the duly just people of the damn land. Allow me to tell, you talk to me no labor right, you talk. You work for you no $5,000, you work. Work and you always attack, you work for you no $5,000. Because we know them are give you no $5,000 and them are give you no $10,000. So you work, man. Work. Does that sound like justice to you? Does that sound like something where you want to stand up and defend? Which part the enslaver get things to keep them in a position and the freed slave get nothing? Do you hear anybody at Jamaica who want a piece of land ever there? Right throughout across at Jamaica, the biggest problem when 99% of Jamaicans face is land problem. Land is wealth. Blessed love. Jamaica National Library explain the free village were generally created when missionaries purchased large tracts of land and subdivided into smaller lots that freed people could acquire. Alright? So you have a point in time which part missionaries, because we know Americans send down missionaries and then buy some big lot and cut up here and some people get some. But even if we look on it, someone can come and talk and you want go and take up some space. Go and take up some space. And if you ask me for the first time, we set up for and we talk the truth, because we're not there for nothing else, you know. We're not there for nothing else. What the government should have done after emancipation, they should have genuinely post-slavery program should have looked like it should have gone far beyond simple saying you are free. A serious emancipation program would have had at least 5 pillars. So rather than say you're free, them should have give you some land distribution. Like that one thing we have played every generation of Jamaica. Yeah, we know Michael Manley gives some land, but there, if you look from one corner of Jamaica to the next corner, everywhere you look at Jamaica now, bulldozers are turn up. And the other day, me see one man I swear upon in life up at St. Thomas. Say, Pernell Charles and in daughter, you have taken enough and you're not going to take in this. Because when you have the corrupt politician them, the greedy politician them, they do not know when they have enough. So they might look on the land register Jamaica and they must see 2,000 acre land that belongs to the crown. And rather than take 500 acre and cut up 500 and sell 500 to private investor, they want it all for themselves. That's why Pernell Charles have 1,500 acre land. And you want to go take bulldozer. And you want, because everywhere them turn up with the dirty, corrupted police force. When did the police protect these criminals more than the citizens of the land? Pernell Charles' daughter turn up 1,500 acre. Them alone help themselves too. The government should have established a large-scale settlement program, giving formerly enslaved families access to agriculture and residential plot. Not necessarily giving everyone a huge estate, but give families secure inheritance land. Affordable ownership. You think, with that pillar B, you think me and you can afford land in Jamaica now? Answer me no, man. You think me and you can afford land in Jamaica? You say Jamaican price out of the country. You think you can take up Jamaican dollar go buy land? You know see everybody has sell land in the US. You know see everybody has sell land in the US. Answer me no, man. You think 3 million or 2 million can buy land in Jamaica again? Money is the other idea. So someone better big up on yourself all who want to listen. For all who want to get something to take back out there to the world. You hear? Because Bob Marley give me the message of the week. Everything we know them teach we. And we are so ignorant, not knowing that them can reach us anytime with them political ideology. So we see where they flood up the social media with them minions, them $5,000 minion, And they want to come tell us, blame PJ. And then they want to accept the fact that the Supreme Court of Jamaica tell the Prime Minister, say you can't acquire the land. You can't acquire 9-acre land. And so we know 30. We don't know if we live, we don't know if we swim. They don't care if we live or dead at Jamaica. And the other day, I see the whole of them in America, because they cost me. I have one video on TikTok where go Instagram where go viral. Say, future fanboy say, look at you. Look at you. Take up your grill pan and a dance song in America. Look, you know, and they can't even see the irony. In next time you feel like celebrate Jamaica greatness, take up your placard and march against injustice, march against corruption, march for freedom, march for your country, where you now have to take up your dulcimania and go a foreign, go look a better life. Jamaica not poor. Jamaica great. But the mere fact that you have to find a life outside of Jamaica, Jamaica not great for you. If you migrate from Jamaica, if you go look a better life, don't kid yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Look at you. Future fanboy there say, look at you. Lying to yourself. Dancing in America. Taking over America. Jamaica is great. Jamaica is great. Look at you. So great is Jamaica that you have, in order to get the life for you afford yourself, you could not afford yourself that life in Jamaica, because if you were living in Jamaica, they would treat you with disregard. You would not be able to get financial freedom. You wouldn't be able to get credit to get a mortgage. But look at you. Look at you dancing down with your grill pan. Look at you. We are not, don't misunderstand, don't misunderstand. You are free to migrate. But if you migrate to go look a better life, that means your country is not great for you. You know, see no American and migrate go look better life. You see 20,000 and 30,000 America. I say America great outside of America. See, that's our black people. We are easy to get over emotional. We become so emotional that we switch off from the truth. Affordable ownership. The government could have created long-term purchase scheme where freed families paid affordable incentive for the land instead of you are free. Find somewhere to live. That's what they have done. You are free. Find some. Everywhere black people turn up to live. Everywhere black, remember, you know, it is documented. Down a Sentan the other day, me I watch something on YouTube. Them a lit down house a Sentan. House which part people raise family. Generation. You want to tell me, say you live on one land 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, and some reprobate. Even the other day, I see some people are turn up and want claim sugar cane land. Imagine you live on sugar cane land where your forefathers, chances are your granny cut cane. Chances are your granny come from Africa against them will. Chain up and shackle. People shit on them, people piss on them. You watch your loved one die in the cross Atlantic slave trade. And some sugar plantation owner a turn up. Them don't look like me and you. Eh? They own sugar plantation. I know how they fight for going to national stadium. Who know they, that's why Damian Marley said the old slave master. It's grinding slow, but it's grinding still. You have to cry. You have to cry when you look at injustice. Everybody also get teared down apart from the dirty politician them. Then take poor people, Pitney and set upon poor people. Because all them the dirty police there, they must have a heart. But money at the heart of the day, because they have to do it for your paycheck. Because they make the system convince them, say, they are nothing without the system. That's one of the biggest misconceptions. You are nothing without the system. But the Bible is saying, provide for the birds of the air, the fishes of the sea, even the grass of the earth that will be cut down and thrown into the fire. Are you no more important? Ando, happiness. Come on, come by that. Ando, happiness. Let me work. Dog, I say forward. Somebody down my door. Somebody down my door. That's the truth. Carry me no want in my life, you know, because last day you come in my life. You go report me no want in my life. I choke, me no put you up, me no want in my life. Me no want you on my page. The Bible say me have to be careful, me no block you too. Me no want in my life. I swear God. Me no want you on my page and me no want in my life. No, don't take it personal. But me I watch you one time and you share racist prejudice sentiment. The dog tired, yeah, I come and come buy one pet dog. Yeah. But be a nice man making on my life. I'm like, woof, woof, you know? But yeah, nowadays, we have to be Jamaican. Me a black car, me a black car. Yeah, because you are grave danger to our people. You are a grave danger to our people. Because you are not a Jamaican, you are a laborite. And at some point, you lose your humanity. Because me listen how you talk all the while, and you talk like you are above people. And that's the truth. It's not about being better than people, or think you're better than people. Mia, grab the wee one there for me, let me finish up alive here. Right? But anyway, back, because we have some things that we need to go. Title and land register. So this is where the government, yeah man, haters and evil, yeah, because a lot of the labor right people, they lose their humanity. But you only lose your humanity when you really sell your soul. And a lot of them, when listen to them lose them humanity. Because doesn't matter if you're a labor right or PNP, if you are able to go in your house, close your door, sleep in your bed, and you don't think about your brothers and sisters, regardless of what side of the fence you come on, regardless of what information you've been fed and misled to believe. If you are able to sleep in a comfortable bed, if you are able to see a 3-day-old baby, and if you are a woman who know the dangers of what they call it, C-section, and you see a black woman, right? And you see a black woman underwent a C-section, and she and the baby was thrown out with no regard, then I don't want you on my page. Because the Bible charged me, if I walk with a company of fools, I shall be destroyed. So I don't want, I'm telling you all the while, be careful if people find you. And I go and go through my page and I go and block you. Yeah, I go and block you. Yeah, you walk with that energy there. Yeah, we don't care. You're not a good person. You are not a good person. All right? And if me can't give you anything, if me can't give you a word, find yourself. Here, find yourself before it's too late. Now, listen, now that's why we can't come here, come make social media friend. And come here, She's not a good person. She's not. But the beauty of TikTok, you can stay outside and people pay and listen to what they must say. So stop shooting up. No. Me not gonna take up your time. Because if that's your takeaway from what I'm saying, because some of you illiterate, you know. Some of you illiterate. Some of you feel say it's at this point, it's not even about the land anymore. Here, at this point, it is not even about the land. It is what it means to be Jamaican. It's what it means to be a black person. It's what it means to be a descendant of a slave. So if you think we are stressed about land, so yeah, I'm telling you, so me know, so I'm telling you, a lot of the money we're supposed to go to people has gone to, a lot of them call themselves. You understand? Me now, man, leave them, me just block them, man. Me just block them. But me glad them expose, you know. Me glad when you see them and understand, say, when you know I read some of the comment, God no art. Don't give them a chance to take up no real estate in your art. Because a lot of them are $5,000 vloggers. They don't care about what I'm saying. And we know that there is, we know the Jamaica Labour Party have a very technological savvy guy on the side. The guy that created the government portal, the Asian, is from India. So we know so there's a lot of dark, shadowy social media account doing work for the Jamaica Labour Party. But if you have one and two brothers and sisters, we can only hope them find back them way. You understand where I come from? Anyway, so title register, and I feel like the government has skipped A and B and gone straight to C. Because over the past couple of months, we hear them talk about title and registration. Them are open title and register workshop. Them are coming in your community. Because think about this. We hear them tell people who experience the hurricane to go online and register over NARA. Them now bring the help and aid to you. But them are coming in your community. Come make sure so you register your land and get your land title. Because once them can prove who own the land and who no own the land, then turn up with the corrupt police and the digger man them to destroy your life. While them go to them bed, go sleep at night. But if them did do it right, we know say ownership means title. If a person occupy a land cannot prove it's legally, a government program should have systematically survey communities, register parcels and provide affordable titles. That would have drastically reduced the generation of informal occupation. I get this from technology, you know, so I never me a be smart, you know. But if you know how to talk to technology, because you what the technology I tell me say, if the government did want to do it, the government could ownership means title if the person occupy a land cannot prove it legally, a government program should provide systematically survey communities, registered parcels, and provide affordable title. That would have dramatically reduced generations of informal settlement. So you go right back because what going on in Jamaica right now, and not just a 6 months problem. I know it's not a case of Gen Z wake up and want what they go on in Jamaica are from generations. I would like to think if you're going to Trenchtown and going to most of the places people occupy after slavery, they don't have a title. So what am I going to do with everybody at Jamaica? Because after emancipation, a man just pick a spot and knock up. Because they don't left with nothing, you know. They not left with a damn thing. So nobody feel like, that's why I try to tell you, say, you know what you see? Because them say half of the story has never been told. Here, half of the story have never been told. So I don't want to see what go on down a Cooper's Pen and I know say it's a wider problem in Jamaica. Access to capital. So giving people land but no capital, they remain vulnerable. Alright? The state should have created agricultural credit, housing loan, cooperative and small business financing specifically designed to help formerly enslaved family build asset. You see the government do not like that? Answer me now, man. Answer me. You can't even open a bank account at Jamaica as a black man. Because if you open a bank account at Jamaica, you have to carry your mother, you have to carry your father, you have to carry your sister, you have to carry your brother, you have to carry 2 corrupt police, you have to carry 2 justice of the peace. They not do nothing for black people. So, Bob man, I would say, who can run? You better run. As a black man right now, me have the amount of bank account, me have a foreign. The amount of bank account, that's why me can't consider Jamaica great. Because right now, if me feel like opening one bank account, me just go open one. Because I am not a criminal until proven innocent. But the enslaved, the people of Jamaica, you are a criminal until you prove them that you are innocent. And now when you tell them you're innocent, they still not believe you. Protection against displacement. They say, stay in the bank and scam you. And them are criminal. There should have been a mechanism for recognizing long-established communities. So when you see what we are talking about Cooper's Pen now. Because if the government don't care about its people, you see the thing with the Jamaica government, every day them going to the House of Parliament are all to oppress poor people. The other day, me said the university, UWI hospital CEO, him get caught up in some bandulu business. Put on no mental check shoes and run with me, you know. That's why if you don't come cross me, get comfortable. So the other day we hear that the UWI CEO, them call him in the House of Parliament to do some oversight and investigation. But him never turn up. And him get charged for the contempt of Parliament. Guess how much money them charge him? Answer me no, man. Somebody type in the comment. How much money you think said the UWI CEO who them suspects say him a do some scamming, them suspects say him a do some illegal and illicit activity. And them call him in for investigate him and he did not go. So he get charged for the contempt of Parliament. How much money them charge him? Answer me no, black. Come on, don't talk to me. Jamaicans, how much money you think they charge him? Let me save you the trouble. $200 Jamaican dollars. 200 Jamaican. That even when the stenographer, 200 Jamaican, that even when the stenographer a write out, she a laugh. And them come out and say these laws are not fit for purpose anymore. But ask them how to exploit and how to pressure put 200 Jamaican. Ask them how to pressure motorists at Jamaica. Ask them how to pressure poor people. They have caught every day. Them put on them pants and them shirt and them bingo baggy and them poopy in a underpants. Them going to the House of Parliament. Go make new rules and new laws. How to oppress poor people. So, let's look on protection for Cooper's Pen for the labor right them. 20 years pan a piece of land. 30 years. Right now, if you go to prison for what? Cartel do what? 13 years of prison when you come back, Shorty left him. So, you can imagine, you do 20 years, you live on land 20 years and somebody a come back for it. Come a class early. There should have been a mechanism for recognizing long-established communities and resolve land dispute before they reach the point where families could suddenly lose their homes. I don't care about poor people. I say a computer tell me this, you know. A computer. I know me sit down and write this, you know. Me can't give myself so much credit because me not so articulate. The computer say them did care about poor people in Jamaica. Them would protect against displacement. How do you protect people against displacement? There should be a mechanism for recognizing long-established communities and resolving land disputes before they reach the point where families could suddenly lose their home. And we there see from one corner of Jamaica. Remember, you know, from one corner of Jamaica, sometimes it takes some people 20 years to build one house. And when you're done build your house, the little retrobate them, the little Jezebel them, the little concubine them, the little all of them, the little vultures will love feed from poor people, carcass and turn up with the dirty police them and the dirty back woman them, filicky down. Dead before me, but not kill me, then turn up filicky down. You'll retrobate them. Eh? The other day, I see Pernell Charles. Turn up in data, turn up 1,500 acres. I don't alone forget Bumbleclaw compensated. A few forefather alone was forced to work. A few mother alone slave master use a night time before they got in bed. Answer me now. Pernell Charles and in data, Andrew Holness them. A few mother alone when get used against them will. Answer me, man. Answer me. Clip here and tell them, say, me want answer. A few mother alone when the slave master, you know, anyway, let me carry on. This is where Cooper's Pen become very interesting. The historical connection shouldn't be Cooper's Pen happened because of slavery. It would be too simplistic. Slavery created a unique land and wealth structure. Emancipation did not fundamentally correct the inadequately. That legacy contribute to generations of Jamaica difficulty obtaining and securing land ownership. And Cooper's Pen illustrate what can happen when people occupy land for decades without securing title. Alright? And we're going to have more Cooper's Pen. But when do we stand up? When do we let the world see the destruction? When do we stand up to the system? Of course. The only reason why Andrew never care because of PNP, but I think them switch allegiance. Your vote matter, your voice matter. Hey, we have to wake up to the realization, all right? All this is out there. According to the court records, Orange Grove land was registered to New Falmouth Resort Limited. About 9 acres had been occupied by roughly 100 families. So this is a fact. Because a lot of them out there say a PNP sell the land. So put on the mental track suit. See if we can read something for you now. Because now we're in a full flight. So according to the court records, Orange Grove land was registered to New Falmouth Resort. About 9 acres had been occupied by roughly 100 families, with some residents saying they have been living there for more than a decade and some for generations. The court records also said efforts has been made to organize residents through Cooper's Pen Providence Society to formally acquired land, but those efforts did not succeed. And we know that they wanted to buy it, but every time them leave, the guy, at one point, the person agreed to sell it, and by the time them left, him come back and change him out. We don't care, PNP in power. No, a lot of them want to narrate down to PNP, but at the end of the day, Portia Simpson did try. So if Andrew Holness was governing for all Jamaicans, he would have at least meet with the people them and said, look, this is what the court is saying. We have identified a different plot of land that we are going to give to you so you can go and live. So a lot of you will come talk about PNP and PJ. I can't entertain you because one fool make many. That's why I not come here just yap off my mouth. I not come here. We talk about where the land come from, what the previous administration tried to do, and we talk about the failure. So a lot of you don't want to accept that the current government failed the people. A lot of you don't want to accept that the current government failed the people. So yes, you can't talk about PNP. This is what failure look like. Because after you take over from Portia Simpson in 2016, you would have had a briefing of the current ongoing threat to Jamaica and ongoing issues that's going to need resolving. Another big word. You know, Andrew would have gotten a briefing of the threats that's facing Jamaica and the issue that needs resolving. All right? So what Andrew Holness could have done, look at the ruling from the Supreme Court, sit down with the relevant authority, sit down with the housing trust, sit down with the owner of the land, and said that if you want the land, you have to go compensate the people them, and with the compensation, the people them should have access to affordable land and being able to rebuild them life somewhere else. Blessed love, of course. Me are not $5,000 vlogger, me are not $3,000 vlogger. And if me are going to take anything, I tell you, so this life is brought to you by Top Farm. So you can check out www.topfarmware.com. But we not come for profit off of my brother and sister. No, listen to me now. It's simple, you know. It's not complicated. All right, let's say the land was wanted for investment. So a consortium of people could come and say, you know what? These people has built up the life on the land. This is what we can offer them. Whether 200,000, you know, must get anything. But look at meet the people them where they are. And the Prime Minister could have looked on Jamaica and said, all right, we have identified 10 acres of land. All who is at Cooper's Pen, meet us here. This is going to be your plot. You'll get your title and everybody happy. But you turn a blind eye and then in at 3 a.m., you go lick down police, back woman, turn up and make Jamaica look like, you know what Jamaica look like at present? When a boatload of Asian. I can't believe, I see the pictures on social media and I have to ask if these are Jamaicans or Asian. But I guess why Vibes Cartel said, I can't believe it. Me turn refugee in my own country. But guess what? Gone are the days when you could speak. Because your visa come with silence. Your visa come with terms and conditions. But you leave us words that we can live by. Looking at your country, you see Jamaican turn refugee. You know see? You know see it on social media. If you put up a boatload of Haitians land on the shores of Jamaica, side by side, you can't tell the Jamaicans different from the bumbuclad Haitians in their own blood clot country. And you call that right? You call that blood clot right? You call that right? Answer me no man. Eh? Bumbuclad. You call that right? You look at your country, you can't tell your citizens different from foreign aliens. Answer me no man. Answer me. You want back your parcel land, meet with the government, pay the people them, offer them some financial, and the government, do what them supposed to do. Govern for all bumbuclad Jamaican. Govern for all Jamaican. They put up the picture. Are you that don't broke your heart? That don't move something in you? That don't move, that don't broke something in you? Or don't come over here and talk about PNP. And if you look at the picture, you can't tell the difference from Jamaican, from Haitians, in their own blood clot country. But no one boy can tell me nothing. Man ready to start a revolution from one end to the next end. When they done, they can talk about Jamaican and course to become underpopulated. And you kick out one 3-day-old baby out of the house. And you say you take poor people for food. Eh? Serious time on the battlefield now, man. Come talk about Jamaican and course to be underpopulated. Like you take poor people for idiot. Eh? And then when you look, you kick out a black woman, we just give birth, cesarean section. Any woman know, 3 days you're not supposed to stand up. You can report your stitches then. 3-day-old, one little black baby, look on her life turn upside down. For what? For who? Fit and healthy, you hear? I don't drink rum and boom. I don't poison me fit and healthy. Me fit and healthy. You know see how me a sweat? Me fit and healthy. You think you don't poison me with rum and boom? You can talk about man blood pressure. And then you think you don't poison me? You don't poison me like you don't poison the man in Jamaica. But you don't see how rum and boom green. Them ever carry out a survey and the effect a rare nephew upon black man in Jamaica. They ever do a deep dive. They ever look on the effect of real nephew upon the man in Jamaica. And some, you know, them tell us HIV they on the rise. But birth rate a decline. What that tell you? People have more unprotected sex, but them sperm count no can't produce. You can't fool me. You can't fool me. And then turn, man. And then turn. And then turn, man. Then turn and learn. What am I going to do? Them have to go just left when they can't tell the truth. Because for them hate the truth like the devil hate holy water. Now for them hate the truth. Them have go turn till and left. So make them turn and make up the number. And make them tell TikTok say something amazing is going on over here. So make them keep coming. Because the algorithm are going to pick them up and say something amazing is happening. Let me free my people them today. So make them turn. Me not no problem. The Bible say why should I only get a blessing if I love who love me? Me love them same way. So me not gonna run them. If your neighbor come begging you something, don't say go until tomorrow. Give them while you can. Them not have no knowledge. So do what them a type of tell me say, them a beg me for free them. Garnet silk just like in my brain. Now for them a beg, but them don't know. So me have to give them knowledge. That's where we are as a people. Looking at our country. We can't tell foreign refugee from local refugee. And when you done, money at the other of the day, choosing your wealth, you come out here talk about PNP. You not see. You can't go beach, you can't go river, extrajudicial killing turn up, and then done, they say population a decline, and then look and find it in themselves. If you go knock down a house with a 3-day-old black pitney night, where is the love for the black child? Answer me no man. We understand what go on a Cooper's pen. So if you see Cooper's pen and see the people as a nuisance, you understand? We see them and say, we have to register as a local farmer. So if you have 1-2 pumpkin in your car, then you can say a few pumpkin. Jamaica, I go down a road which part, we don't know what going to happen. We don't know what will happen. We frustrate the people them. Them a frustrate the people. Them a squeeze the people them. Everywhere you turn at Jamaica. Everywhere you turn. The political class. And them a play some political mind game. Because they have a lot of political mercenaries who are bring forth them political ideology. So that's why them out there say PNP, 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 PJ, PJ. How they think them a say. And then looking at the country and see say them a system create a whole class of refugee. You can't tell who just land at Jamaica from who belongs at Jamaica. Remember me come, Mr. Premier and Pine. So, we know that we don't go close it out. We are going to close it out here now. So we know that Portia Simpson try to purchase some of the land. I said this is where we get our research. Portia Simpson Miller becomes relevant in 2012. The Ministry of Housing sought to have approximately 9 acres compulsory acquired. And we talk about compulsory. Robert Mugabe had to use compulsory acquisition of land in Zimbabwe. Here, the slave master now go give up nothing free. So when we talk about Mugabe and a lot of it's a governor for our head. Zimbabwe government is currently compensating farmers, many of whom were white, whose farm was compulsory acquire during the fast track land reform program around 2002. And if you go do your research, Zimbabwe signed the global compensation deed in 2020 with a stated overall compensation commitment of about 3.5 billion for farmer owners ministry. Yeah, and then in April 2025, the government began making payment. The first batch involved 378 farmers with US 3.1 million paid in cash, and the remaining amount thought of US dollar treasury bonds. So US basically what you call it extra Zimbabwe for the white farmers them. And we tongue power fellow brothers and sisters. Don't be lazy in learning. You hear? Me I go close it up now. Me I go do some stuff that require me attention. So, Portia tried to compulsory purchase the land and the dirty justice system. And I think the person who made the ruling was Chief Justice Lennox Campbell. Anywhere they I hope him a roast in a hell. I hope anywhere they in a misery. You hear? Because all he had was to do was to meet Portia. It's up to 350 acre land. Big up yourself. Me I go close it out. But every time I say, so the next time the labor right them attack, no matter who sell it, Portia try buy peace. Forgive to the poor and the disenfranchised. And the system, the old slave system that is grinding slow but grinding still, rule against poor people. That's why we see the whole refugee system. We see what look like Gaza in Jamaica. So spare me the details. Your labor right 5,000 vlogger. Spare me the details. You can go up on my video, you can comment, you can say all you want. Spare me the details. Alright? Spare me the details. My batch shade up on 5%. So if you know, so, alright, we give you all of the important talk point. We probably can't come back, but we are going to run left for now. Big up on yourself. All I want is Jamaica become like Singapore. All I want. Because them know no justice to the Jamaica for the poor people. Them know no justice to down there. All them want is for Jamaica. The reason why them never sell Portia the 9 acre land, because black people are going to devalue their land. That is the true reason. That is the true reason why they never sell Portia the 9 acre land. Because guess what? If black people live panny, if poor people live panny, if the unwanted live panny, it are going to devalue their land. So on spare me, on collect little $5,000. You hear? I want to leave poor people alone. God I go work out a way for them. You hear? Blessed love. All right. Peace. Pleasure Avenue. All right. Pleasure Avenue. So, emancipation gave black people black Jamaicans freedom from slavery, but it did not give them an equivalent foundation of economic independence. All right? So, the next time you want to beat down stadium gate, make them alone go along over stadium. Make them alone go along over there. Make Azan, make Bunting, make the one, the Matalan, make the whole of them. Make them go along over the poor people. Stop go over there with them. A time for them look upon themselves. Yeah, man, we live in one of the greatest informational age, man. So, if me say anything on the trigger, you just go do a bit more further reading. Because a lot of us don't know that Zimbabwe still have to pay for the right what Mugabe do. A lot of us don't know. How much we did know say Mugabe do the right for black people and them they turn to their people and their people turn against Mugabe. Cripple Zimbabwe. And if Zimbabwe want to get connected back to their system, Zimbabwe have to pay up or stay upon the scrap heap. I want to know done I call on brothers and sisters. Buckler, I move for us and go here, man. You can't catch me, so I have to talk. Big up on yourself. It show which side you support, sir. Respect and speaking. No, man, I hope you don't think I'm picking a side. That's very disenfranchised because I've never endorsed PNP. I've never. I can't come tell lie to suit somebody palate. Portia Simpson tried to purchase the land to give to poor people 9 acres, not the entire 300 plus acre. And that's the truth. The Supreme Court said that Portia Simpson could not use, and I think Portia Simpson is not keeping, blessed be her mother. I don't think Portia Simpson is keeping any good health, so she can't add to the conversation. So please don't come over here, come assign a side to me. Don't, that's disingenuous. I never come tell you say PNP are the answer. A matter of fact, PNP is benefiting from what's happening. Because PNP is the one facing the people. The Prime Minister can't face them. Or the Prime Minister refuse to face them. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. That's disingenuous. And if that's your takeaway, then you have wasted your time sitting in my life. I can't come tell lie so that you can feel like I'm not being biased. What is the truth? We can chase the history of the land and who sell the land. But up until 2016, Portia Simpson tried to acquire 9 acres of the land because she said that people was living there for all intensive purpose. It was a thriving community. Chief Justice said that cannot happen. Why did he come to such a conclusion? That is beyond me. Why didn't the administration that's currently in government, why they did not take it to the High Court, which is the Privy Council, or why they did not identify a piece of land and give it to the people, why they did not meet with the current owner of the land and say that you need to compensate the people them, and then the people them could have moved to a different location. We don't know. But for you to sit here and say you know what side I'm on, that's a problem. That's a problem in Jamaica. You always have to pick a side, and I'm not picking a side. Blessed love, all right? Peace, building, and prosperity in our policy. Look after ourselves, black people. It's hunting season in our life. External and internal. Turn on your TV and look what go on in America. Black people is back to being hunted. Here. Displacement. Slavery again. When black people was hunted, me I go watch, me I read it. Yeah. Black people was hunted and black people was displaced. And it's coming again full circle. Big up yourself, Catherine. I always like having my life here. I'm on the side, and that's the side we're supposed to be on. So if the government gonna do that for them, do I get a piece of land? If you were there, but you know, you speak from an ignorant point of view. It's not you speak from a point of view of ignorance. Look after yourself. Stay blessed.